from Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking. Today, I'm going to do a dessert. Weather's just starting to change, so it means bacon weather's back. And Mike's hungry for a coconut cake. So, I'm going to show you how I make one. And I think this is one of the best recipes for it. It's nice and coconutty. You really have the coconut come through. You know, a lot of coconut cakes are more bland. They're just like white or yellow cake with a little coconut stuck on. This is not that. This is going to be coconut. So, I'll show you what goes into it. For the cake part, a cup of buttermilk, and remember the buttermilk hack. Tablespoon of vinegar or lemon juice in the bottom of 1 cup measure. Fill the rest away with milk. Let it sit about 5 minutes and stir, and you got buttermilk. 5 large eggs, 2 cups of sugar, 2½ cups of sifted flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of almond extract, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a teaspoon of kosher salt, and 2 sticks of butter, which is 1 cup. For the frosting is going to be 3 cups of 10x sugar or frosting sugar, 1 stick of butter or ½ a cup, 1 block of cream cheese, 16 ounces softened, 3 tablespoons of coconut milk, and 1½ cups of shredded coconut. Oh, and I forgot the ½ a cup of shredded coconut here to go with the cake. So the first thing we're going to do in my mixer with the whisk attachment is put in our 2 sticks of butter. And then we're going to add in the 2 cups of sugar, and we're going to cream these really good. This will probably take about a couple minutes. Okay, we have that combined. Then we're going to add 5 large eggs. Then I'm going to add my vanilla extract and my almond extract. And we'll mix that well. Okay, so this part is ready. Now we're going to put together the dry part. So for the dry ingredients, I'm going to put in my flour and my baking soda and my salt. We're going to give that a good mix, and then we're going to add that to our other batter, alternating with the buttermilk and ending with the last thing being added, buttermilk, when we're doing it in the portions. We're going to do it in 3 portions, but ending with the buttermilk portion at the end. So you have the wet part. And my oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and I have my pans all buttered and floured and ready to go. So now we'll get to adding this. I'm going to stir my buttermilk here. Best hack in the world. So that's ready. Okay, that's incorporated well. And then the next step we're going to do is fold in the half a cup of coconut. And you want to make sure you've scraped down the sides several times while you're doing this as well, so that you get a even mix and you don't have anything stuck along the walls of your bowl. Now I am just going to fold that coconut in. Okay, it's all folded in, and now we're going to put it in our pans and put it in my preheated oven. And the other trick is you want to try and get this as even as possible between the two of them. If you have to shake them down a little bit to see how that looks before you have final. And shake them down one more time, get them as even as possible. I mean, if there's still a little rise, I'm going to cut that off so it lays flat, but try and get them as even as possible. They're ready to go in the oven. You want them in until they test clean with the toothpick. It's going to take probably about 50 minutes or so. Once again, the oven's at 350 degrees, preheated Fahrenheit. So while the cake is baking, we're going to work on the frosting part. So my butter and the cream cheese are room temperature, and we're going to add them, maybe. There we go. And my coconut milk. And if you have a lot of coconut milk left over and you don't know what to do with it, make some coconut Thai chicken. Yummy. That's what I'm going to do with mine. So I'm going to mix these and cream these real well. Okay, so we have this pretty creamed up, and we're going to start adding our powdered sugar gradually. I'm just going to scrape it all down, and we'll let her mix some more, and then she's going to be ready to go on the cake. The coconut that we have here is going to get pressed into this frosting after we frost the cake as one of the finishing touches. And she's done. And there. And there you can see our frosting. So they're done, out of the oven. They tested clean with a toothpick, and I forgot these dark pans bake more quickly than, say, glass or your regular silver ones. These are old Echoes, but you can see it tests clean. These are old Echoes that I've had for, oh boy, I don't even know how long, but they still work great because I don't do layer cakes nearly as much as I used to. But anyhow, they're nice. I'm going to let them cool enough to be able to take out and put on, invert onto a rack so that they can finish totally cooling before we work on frosting them. And they're out of the oven to cool. And we're going to finish let them cooling and then we'll finish it up. So there's the middle layer. I'm going to put coconut in there. And then I'm going to put my other cake on top. Like that. Now we're going to frost the rest of this. Okay, now we're going to, pretty good. Now we're going to add the coconut. I'm just going to sprinkle this on and press it in. That's what makes it look cool. We're going to get it sprinkled on the top, on the sides. And don't be afraid to just press it down in a little bit, like that. And then I'm going to put it on the sides. And she's done. So, you know what comes next. We gotta cut it and try it. There we go. It looks good. And it's, oh, it's so moist. Wait till we eat this. So I have it there on my cake pedestal, and you can see it. It's a really nice moist cake, and I like this because the reason I think it's one of the best recipes is because of the added coconut milk and stuff. It really is more coconut. Oh no. Oh my gosh, what a nice, rich, moist cake. And that cream cheese and coconut frosting. So, that's my coconut cake. I love this recipe. Like I said, it always gives you a really nice coconutty and moist cake. But there you go. Coconut cake. A little something different today.